Hey, what's up, you guys? I'm Matthias D, and welcome back to Walk Alone Wednesdays. I really missed doing these. I don't know why. I just it's really different than doing the live comms that we usually do, where it's just us playing the jokes between each other. So getting a chance to talk to you guys is really cool. So what I actually chose to talk about today, I don't know. I thought it was kind of interesting. So what I thought I was going to do was I wanted to talk about what my fear is. What is my worst fear? Now, immediately when I think fears are mentioned, people automatically assume of, oh, I'm afraid of anything that involves me dying. I'm afraid of spiders, I'm afraid of the dark, I'm afraid of guns, things like that. When I actually think of what I am most afraid of, those things don't really come to mind. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to say, oh, I'm super macho, yeah, let's go lift some weights and pump some iron, and I'm not going to be like, oh, if you hold a gun to my head, I'm gonna sit there and laugh. No, if you hold a gun to my head, I will probably shit my pants. But what I really meant by fear is, well, let me just get to it. My worst fear, honestly, is failure, which is, I know, probably sounds a little bit outrageous, but it's the truth. I don't know, my entire life, I wasn't always the most confident person, and not to say that I am extremely confident now. It's just that, I don't know, failure was just something I hated. I just hated the feeling of failure. I always felt I could do better, which is really funny, just because I never thought of myself as being an extraordinary person, having any magical talent. Oh my gosh, whatever, having any special talents or skills or anything like that. But I always felt like, whether it be school, sports, or something, I'd always be disappointed when I failed. Whether it be I failed a test, or I didn't even do well enough on a test. Well, when I say well enough, I mean, like, let's say I got an 88 or something and I didn't get that 90, or if it was like sports, and I don't know, because I like to play football a lot, so it was just like, oh, I dropped a pass, even though, like, let's just say earlier in the game, I had a touchdown or something, or overall in the day I had like 10 catches. That one drop is what stays in my mind. It's always the failures that stay with me. It's never really the successes. So, like, even when I succeed in something, I don't take too much pride in it, just because, alright, that's one time, let's see if I can keep it up. But, it's just tough. I was always extremely tough on myself, and I don't blame that on, like, really anyone, just because, I don't know, I really think I just put most of the pressure on myself. Now, not to say that, I didn't have influences that were just like, put your best foot forward. I mean, that's what everyone tells you, from the moment you really start school, is to, do your best effort. But I don't know how it went from just being, do your best effort to my fear of failure. But I never wanted to fail. I never wanted to let anyone down also. I really hate that. I like to think of myself as a really trustworthy person and someone that people can go to. And people do. They come to me for advice. They ask for me to listen to them and whatnot. But I always hated letting people down, even just for the littlest things. It gets really bad sometimes, even if it's just like, I don't know, I got a text while I was sleeping and I didn't respond, or during a conversation I fell asleep, something like that. I take that to heart, and like the next morning I'm seriously just babbling. They're like, oh, I'm so sorry, and all this stuff. I don't know, it's just me. I don't like disappointing people. Which is also when we miss videos and stuff. If you guys follow us on Twitter, I honestly sound like a groveling baby. I'm just like, I'm so sorry, for the whole, like, 10 people that watch this. But, yeah, letting people down is just not something I've ever been okay with. And especially with, like, my family. I feel like just terrible when I let my family down. And I think maybe that's where it stems from. I don't know. But I just find it really funny, just because I put so much pressure on myself. And then I'm really not that confident of a person, because it's just like, if you ask me to do something, I'm like, yeah, sure, maybe I can do it. And then, even if I'm not so sure of whether or not I can actually do it, if I fail, I still just take that so badly, and I don't know why. It's so weird. But I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I think I'm a weird person, so this is probably just another one of my weird qualities. But, so that's about it, really. I mean, sure, I have other fears, like, let me think, what am I really afraid of? Shockingly enough, I'm not afraid of water. I know lots of people that are losing my wording here. I know lots of people that are afraid of water, but that's just not me. Like, if I go to the beach or something, I'm seriously like a fish. I just don't leave the water. I love water. Other fears, I don't really know. I don't really have many fears, I guess. Just because, I don't know. Nothing really. Of course, I'm afraid of death. Who isn't afraid of death? I mean, that's the obvious choice. But failure is my real thing. And now that I'm in college, I think it terrifies me more than ever, just because this is life now. I'm working towards my career and whatnot, and I really don't want to mess up anything like that. But yeah, crazy stuff. I don't know. I'm really trying to think now. Do I have any crazy fears? I mean, anything besides getting hurt. I really don't know. I can't think of anything. I know there's more stuff, but I just cannot think of it right now, and that's really bugging me. So I have a little announcement to make. Through RPG Maker, I'm making my own game right now. It's not going to be done for a while, but what I wanted to ask was, I've really been into watching these 2D, horror games, whatever, and I maybe wanted to do a video on them. So if you guys have any to suggest to me, leave it down in the comments below. This gameplay is coming to an end now, so thanks a lot for watching, you guys. I'm Matthias D, and I shall see you all later. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like and a favorite. We really appreciate it, and subscribe to become a member of the Legit Army today.